But anyway, so yeah, let's move on, man. I don't want to keep y'all forever. We got a couple more topics to talk about. You want to talk about old boy, your favorite president getting indicted?
I just want to let you know that I'm not guilty. I'm not a crook.
I am not a crook.
I'm not a crook.
It's always the guiltiest ones always say they're not guilty. You know what I mean? And that's his whole thing. Did you see he did a press conference after he went to court? He held a press conference where he just talked a whole bunch of shit about Democrats and how it's a witch hunt, and he's the good guy, they're the bad guy. And, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, is this, and he got the laptop, and he got all these secrets, and this. It was just like, dude, you doing anything to deflect off of the shit you did.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Trump ain't the first president that got crimes on.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Matter of fact, like, he ain't really the worst one they got.
Yeah.
Because all these presidents do shit. I tell you one thing. I won't say Bill Clinton's name 3 times. Shit, nigga might be missing.
Right.
For real. You know what I mean? He should be gone, son. But yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these presidents. But see, this is the thing, too. Like I was explaining to people, Trump ain't a traditional, Trump ain't a politician. And what I mean by that, he's not a traditional politician.
That's true.
He's not that. That's why they're, and I'm not trying to absolve him and saying like, oh, well, he should get away from it. I'm not saying that. But that's why they're going hard at him.
Right.
And especially with, I will say the Dems are going hard at him because they don't want to have to deal with that. That Trump following is bigger than what anybody can imagine. And the thing of it is they're going to have to. But the thing of it is, the Dems don't really got anybody to honestly, Joe Biden is like, he's been asleep at the wheel, son. This mug's been asleep. I'm just gonna look. I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. That motherfucker might be a double. That motherfucker might be dead for all I know.
Right.
But anyway. So
yeah, it is what it is, man. But I'm anxious to see how this whole thing happens. With Trump and supposedly going to jail and all that.
I don't think they're gonna get him to go to jail. Because really, and you gotta think of this too. Let's go back to is America's righteous?
Right.
There has been a time that people would be revered of the president. Oh no, like if FDR went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And really, with him being in there 4 times,
right?
That alone, that alone.
He could have went to jail. Nixon could have went to jail.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But people back then, they'd have been, they hold the president in high esteem.
Right.
So they'd have been like, man, it's kind of messed up. One of our presidents got arrested. You know what I'm saying? But now, since this shit's falling apart, now it's just like, yeah, get this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things have changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just,
absolutely.
Some would say, like, if the people that was in FDR's time looked at this time now, they would say that, yeah, that's kind of like a bad look. Even if he did do these things, it is a bad look for America as a whole.
Definitely, man. Yeah. I just, just show me that nigga mugshot. That's all I want to see.
I don't think he'll get the mugshot.
I don't know. I feel like we might.
I don't like the orange. Can I wear something else? I don't like the orange. The orange clashes with my skin. It clashes with the skin.
I wish I could be the cameraman who takes the mugshot pictures. You know what I mean? Because it's like everybody always has fucked up hair. It's like the cameraman just goes up to you. Before we take this picture, let me just...
Don't you... I just finished. He gonna be spritzing it up, man. He'll spritz it up, man. just shot at me.
Right. You missed the spot. Let me just.
Let me get the scruff this nigga up, son.
Like, wait, you messed me up. Click. Too bad.
Too bad.
Yo, I would love to see that, man.
Oh, you fucked it up.
Give that nigga the full James Brown treatment. James Brown mugshot.
Oh,
that was rough.
Man,
that one was rough.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So, you know, like I said, I'm just anxious to see how that plays out. But anyway, we can move on. We still got to talk about the Wu-Tang, but was there anything else that I'm missing?
Go ahead and talk
Drink
about
Champs.
Yeah, it was like Chuck D.
Yeah, Drink Champs. We got to talk about that. My man Chuck D from Public Enemy was on Drink Champs, and it was a great episode. I'm going to have to go back and watch it again because it was very long and it got really detailed, you know what I mean? But I love, you know, Chuck D. Anytime he speaks, man, I want to listen, you know what I mean? And they gave him so many flowers, man, you know what I mean, to let him know how they appreciated him. And, you know, he talked about, you know, leaders in the new school, how he gave them their names, which was dope.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, because he was saying that it was a dude who was like a football player or something like that named Busta Rhymes. And so he gave him that name based on that dude. And he said Busta Rhymes didn't really like the name at first. He was like, nah, man, that ain't gonna work. The name, I guess the original name he chose, he felt was better. But the more he thought about it over time, he was like, nah, he right, Busta Rhymes.
I mean, he lived the name, dude.
I mean, he's synonymous with that name. It's like you can't hear that name without picturing his face. Yeah. And it's like it fits him so perfectly because when you see him, all you think about, I want to hear a rhyme. Anything that Busta Rhymes, I mean, he can go up to a podium and do a college lecture, but you be like, I want to hear you rap, bro. Can I just hear a rhyme?
Right. I can't do it.
Let me show you how to roll the dice on that. But, you know, so it's, I mean, I'm glad he went with that name, man. But it's a great interview. I wish the whole Public Enemy were there. You know what I mean? We didn't get Flav or Terminator X or Professor Griff or none of them. I mean, he had some people with
Professor Griff was on there. That show would be about 6 hours long.
Man. You know,
Puffy probably had to throw him out there. I know it's too much. It's
right.
Too much.
Man, we're going to have to cut 3 hours out of that.
Yeah. Flav, yeah. Professor Griff, he'd be like, yeah, so the conspiracy.
Right.
And the thing that they're trying to do to us, to melanated people.
Exactly.
They're trying to poison us. You understand that, my brother?
And Chuck would be like, oh, my
God. You understand that, Mr. Noriega?
Chuck would be just sitting there like, what did I bring him here for?
Yeah, so.
But nah, Flav is the dude, and Professor Griff is that dude.
Oh, yeah,
I love both of them, man.
Let's just clap it up for Public Enemy in general. Hold on. Clap it up for Public, man. I mean, especially they're definitely one of the most influential groups.
Yeah,
I mean, they're influential. And the thing I respect about them is that if you really look at Chuck with Public Enemy, it's like the black experience. It really is.
It really is.
It's really different. Like if you want to see the sides of black people, the different sides of black, Public Enemy. Yeah. That's all you really need to. That's about all you need to look at. Mm-hmm. You have so many. You have Flavor Flav, the jester. You had Professor Griff as the militant one. You had Chuck D. He's kind of like militant too, but he's kind of like a balance. Yeah, he's kind of like a balance in the middle. And then Terminator, he's just kind of like a quiet dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he speak with his hands, you know what I'm saying?
Terminator's the gangster because he's like, you don't really think I'll do anything, but when you're not looking,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? I'll snipe you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so yeah, but you look at that, man, they had all these personalities, different personalities.
Yeah.
But they all made it well. Yeah, that's it. But when they come together, they made it work.
Yes, sir. But yeah, y'all should go check that out, man. The Public Enemy, Chuck D episode of Drink Champs is really good. Chuck D gave flowers to Eminem and Black Thought, and he said he basically said that both of those guys were like what was the word that he used? I think he said aliens or something like that because of how dope they rhyme. You know what I mean? He said they were. He said it was something to like that, like aliens or monsters or something like that.
Speaking of which, didn't Black Thought do like a 35-minute freestyle somewhere?
I'm not sure. He might have.
I thought it was.
He might have.
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think too many people fucking with Black Thought, man, right now. Even for a long time, but right now it's like he just don't want y'all to forget. Look, I do this. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for a long time. Really, but I do this. I really fucking do this. So yeah, shout out to Black Thought. Shout out to M. You know what I mean? No, he said they were cyborgs. That's the word he used. Yeah. Cyborgs. And he also gave a shout out to Sky Zoo. That's one of my favorite rappers. I think he's on Duck Down. I think if he not, he might have been at one time. Yeah. But he called. He said he was real dope, and he put him up there with the two of them, and he really is, man. Sky Zoo is so dope. You know who I forgot? I think dropped some new music. Focus the Truth. Oh yeah, shout out to Focus, man. Yeah, Focus the Truth. Yeah, my man just dropped something. I think. I want to say it might have been like March 31st or something like that. Within the past week or so, he dropped something new. I'm gonna have to go back and find that because that dude is dope. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Focus, man. Yes, sir.
Yep. So definitely go check out that episode. And that was pretty much all I wanted to say. It was just really good, to hear Chuck speak. Was there anything else we needed to talk about before we get to the Wu-Tang?
Let's talk about, since we were talking about Trump getting indicted, let's talk about this brick situation.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, because we gotta talk about that. So if you don't understand, first of all, can we agree that BRICS is the most gangsterous name that we come up with?
Absolutely.
BRICS. Like bricks, nigga.
That's a gangster name.
That is the most gangster. Look, I'm pretty sure they would listen to some hip hop when they did that shit.
Right.
You know what we need to call this? Yeah, we need to call this bricks. Right. Like really, Russia was like talking to China and shit. Right. And Brazil was talking to India. Yeah, we need to come up with some bricks.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's up, man. That most gangster thing. But it is detrimental to America. I'm not glorifying bricks. Name is gangster though. I gotta give credit where credit due.
Yeah.
But
they move in units, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so for real. They are what the group is formed for is to dethrone the American dollar as the world currency, or what they say fiat currency and whatnot. I think they're putting all their money into China's currency. I forgot what it was called, but they're backing their money into that. BRICS is an acronym for the original 5 countries that was in it is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So those nations, and really a lot of other nations now are cutting ties with America because of that. Mexico just joined a couple weeks back. Japan has joined with them. For what I heard, Saudi Arabia has now cut ties with America with the oil production.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. So it's looking a little dicey.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not trying to be gloom and doom, but I also need to, hey, what this means for us, what this means for, people and stuff. I mean, there's other people that's, talk about it that's definitely more qualified than I am. But, I definitely want to bring it up because, this does affect us. It affects every, just about every aspect of our life.
Facts.
Right now.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
The power of the dollar is changing, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. Everything is changing, man. So, this whole Bitcoin thing and all of that shit, man. I mean, I tried to jump on that, but after a while, I was like, I don't know if I trust this shit.
Nah, but see, that's the thing though. this whole country, I mean, especially after 73, you know, money used to be, for what I understand, money used to be backed by gold. But up until 73, they don't even have the gold to back up the money. Nixon did away with that. Yeah. Wow. But y'all worry about Trump. Y'all should arrest that nigga.
Right. You know what I mean? So, it's crazy out there.
I mean, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not trying to absolve him, but it's just like there's, you know, they're throwing him in as a distraction, and then you got all these people moving. And, you know, especially like in the summertime, that's when a lot of laws start to change, especially around June 1st, July 1st. That's when laws change, that's when effects come in. So, I mean, that's something that we have to kind of pay attention to. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, man. But the BRICS, man, that's the most gangsterous shit.
You ain't lying, bro. They came up with the real one on that.
They came up with the real shit on that. And he gonna say, man, fuck what y'all think.
Right.
Yeah, man, if it would have been America, it'd have been like the standard. Like, oh, no, he's like, nah, this is BRICS, nigga.
Right. BRICS. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they moving weight, bro.
Moving weight around here, nigga. Moving it all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, shit. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, the American Saga. Yeah, we got to talk about 2 episodes because there was the Liquid Swords episode, which focused on the Jizza and what was the name of the second episode that we got to talk about?
The one where the man was shooting up with the Delphonics.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, them my peoples, man.
Yeah, I forgot the title. So let's start with the Jizza joint, man. I love that one. That was actually my favorite of the 2 because I love when they go on these mental journeys and, you know, show these characteristics of, you know, how things are in their mind when they're creating, in their creative process and that kind of thing. And I love how they played into the whole Liquid Swords album for Jizza, and he goes on a journey to kind of reunite the crew back together because they're kind of a little on the disjointed side. Everybody's off doing separate things.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I love how they had to find, you know, RZA, the Abbot. You know, he was on Wu-Tang Mountain, you know what I mean? So I love when they got to, Inspector Deck, and he had to trick him, and he played the flute or whatever it was, and then went over there and hit the button, turned on the transmitter, and all the names came up. Like
I seen Razkaz,
Jay Dilla,
MF
Doom. Yeah,
I couldn't see the other names.
Right, but the very last one, I couldn't tell what it was, but it was just a dope concept that they did. So, what did you think about that episode?
Man, I enjoyed that episode. I mean, and honestly, that's kind of when I wrote that rhyme for that contest, that was kind of like what I had in my mind. About some of the stuff that I was spitting. It was just like, yo, you know, they was in the, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff with commercials, you know, and just like what we talking about AI taking over music, it's like nothing's going to be pure, nothing is raw anymore, but everybody now want this synthetic. They don't want this, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what I got out of it. They don't want that, you know, they know that it's not that everybody wants it. I think everybody's tricked into wanting it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So now they're, but you know, they're tricked into like, yeah, we could do this because the masses, this is what they want. We can, you know, we don't have to have the real in it. We can just dilute this down and then they can have that. So but yeah, that's what I think. That was the journey. They were trying to fight for that and be like, yeah, we're fighting to, you know, keep it pure. So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And it was the dope concept. It played so perfectly into the music, you know, because you really do want to keep the music pure, but it was almost like you said, it was like a metaphor for like the drug game almost.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, and then I like how they had a special appearance by my man Freddie Gibbs was in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a really dope episode, man. And then the second episode that we wanted to talk about, you know, they went into a few other things like The Woo Wear, clothing line. He got an offer for that.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, we can get you fucking stupid money and this and that for life. You get this big royalty, but you'll be selling off your whole ownership of it. You know what I mean? You let us take over and control the whole shit, and then you'll get paid for life. Which is it's nice to hear, when you're gonna be set for life on money, but it's like, damn, this is some shit I built though. You know what I mean? That's why I hate that shit, man, because a lot of times that's what we do. We build something up, and just because somebody's willing to throw a lot of cash at us, we like, yeah, take it, you can have it. BET.
Yeah.
I mean, BET was such a dope situation until that shit got sold off.
Well, actually, they're in the process. Melanated people are in the process of buying again. Brian Allen and
okay.
Tyler Perry. They're actually bidding on it now. So, but yeah,
Tyler Perry, I don't know. I mean, I like Tyler Perry, but I don't know if he would be good to.
It's gonna be Medeaville,
right? It's just some of his stuff is okay, but it's like sometimes I'm like, this is just too watered down. If we go back to the original type of BET, we ain't got to even bring back the original shows, but they just had so much more going on. You had Video Soul, Teen Summit, Rap City. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all
they
these
had
shows that was serious.
But now it's just it's almost like the black version of Lifetime.
Right.
Like baby mama drama. And just for instance, that's something that me and Brittany discussed. How come they don't have, why do they always have to show us in this light of this ghetto ratchetness?
Right.
How come there can't be a show like American Pickers, but black people?
Exactly.
Yard sale hunters, flea market finders, you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Exactly.
Or, black people fixing up, electronics and things like that. Why you got to go to these other outlets and be like, well, look, this ain't me, but I like this guy that's fixing on this stuff or doing this stuff. Who this guy fixes on cars, but now when it comes to us, it's nah, we can't do nothing like that. All y'all can do is just be ratchet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
and that's all they focus on nowadays, man. You get the ratchetness and the drama and all of that, the fighting. And it's just we better than that.
Oh yeah, man. So you get tired. You get tired of seeing that shit.
So I mean, I get it. Tyler Perry. People are going to pay attention to the drama just because that's where the mind state is these days. But you can change that. You're a powerhouse. I mean, this dude got a studio that's 300 acres.
Yup.
You can do so much, man. Other than just that. Give us a black game show or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Something. I
know black people.
Yeah.
I know black people.
Something. So I don't know, man. I'm sure it would be a little bit better than Viacom owning it. You know what I mean? But still.
Yeah.
Byron Allen, he's serious. I like Byron Allen because he does real good content. He owns the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
And so, I knew he was serious business when I found out he owned the Weather Channel because, he could have just been like, nah, I want to focus on sitcoms and shows. Now, he bought the motherfucking Weather Channel and owns that shit. So, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, so back to the Wu-Tang joint, man. So, the second episode, they make the big offer for the Wu Wear line, which was, it was very tempting. But I think he's going to basically keep it because at the end, he talks to Raekwon about it. And, he's like, yo, we could do some different things. You know what I mean? So, let's try this. And so it looks like he's going to keep it in the family at the moment.
Well, I'm about to say, unfortunately, it looked like they succumbed to that because, the Wu-Tang shirts that we got was purchased through via Walmart.
Right, exactly.
And,
they everywhere now.
Yeah, they everywhere now. So,
Amazon, Walmart,
yeah, they definitely succumbed. But the fact that they didn't do that the first time, I have to give that, I mean, and then too, if he did sell it, I'm not, I'll say it like this: it's not when it comes to that stuff, it's neither right or wrong, in a sense, but it'd be like, look, okay, I got, I have something coming in for the rest of my life. I don't have to do anything.
Right.
And I can take that to build my other venture. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that, you know, being, but at the same time, it's like, but, you know, especially with that, you know, I built this with my, you know, these are my dudes, and I built this with my dudes. Like, I can't really let them, you know, they're from the outside, and they just, you know, throwing money at it and saying like, oh, we're just gonna sell it. Right. As opposed to actually like, you know, like, I get what you say, like actually make it appeal for the street. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to try to make it appeal for, I mean, which is fine, but it's like you're not making it appeal to like, you know, the real audience. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean.
Exactly. And that's, you know, that's big business for you though, man.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's a great episode, man. I mean, what else happened? RZA and his brother Devon found out their mom had been getting a little on the abuse side.
They was about to put in that work.
So they was about to put in some work and go look for old boy. But, you know, by the time they got there, she knew, you know, she kind of knew her mother's intuition kind of told her, you know, they coming to visit me because they trying to look for him. And she ended up kind of talking them out of it, like, you know, hey, you.
The whole, it goes back to the whole point of, you know, like what RZA was talking about to Ghost. Like, yeah, we could have retaliated, we could have done some stuff. Right. We kind of have to, you know, let things go a little bit.
Right.
Because we have to be bigger than that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I apologize, y'all. I had to kind of reset my camera. It had stopped on the show. But, you know, for this part that got cut off, we were just talking about the Wu-Tang Saga and the episode where Ghostface was in the car with the Delphonics and got into a little shootout. You know what I mean? And, you know, and I believe he had a good reason to do what he did. Because that car was showing up every day. Man. Even though they didn't shoot first, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, I'm not trying to wait for y'all to shoot. I'm about to go ahead and pull my shit out, bucking them down. You know what I mean? So the Delphonics was in the car like, yo, what the hell going on?
My man wild.
And I love that they incorporated that into the show because, like you said, he had just talked about that on Drink Champ.
Yeah, it was Drink Champ.
And so he told the story. And so I was wondering if that was going to be part of the show. So it was good that they got a chance to put that in there. But yeah, and you know, like you said, in real life, he said the Delphonics was like, yo, we wish we had our straps, you know what I mean? Yeah. We'd have joined in.
Let me tell you something. Don't let them singing and the whoo. Right. Especially with them old groups, don't let that fool you.
Right.
Don't let that fool you.
Exactly. So
R&B nigga cut your ass in a minute.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, it was a really great episode, man. You know, I liked everything that went on in that. You know, RZA found the sound he was looking for because he had been searching, and he thought it was going to be part of this album that he was looking for. But once he got it, he realized it wasn't really that. It was the what you call it?
Yeah, slide guitar, playing the music. Yeah.
So that was dope. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's man, it's such a great show, man. I love how they going out with such a bang, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I was writing the last episode is today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out today.
Today's episode we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't want to overthrow y'all. We didn't get a chance to look at it yet either, so we don't want to overwhelm y'all with that. But yeah, and I mean, I just love how, you know, they bringing that nostalgia back, you know, when they did stuff like the Liquid Swords and played into that whole concept. And, you know, when they started rhyming, it was just defeating everybody around them with the energy blast and all of that. And Method Man came through and did his verse from Shadowboxing, and it, you know, they did it just like in the video with the fatigue. Ghostface, you know, did his part from Fourth Chamber, and RZA did his part. It was so dope, man. I was in here just going bananas when I heard that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, and then they did Duel of the Iron Mike.
Duel of the Iron Mike.
Yeah. So yeah, that was so dope, man. They did such a good job with that, man. So But yeah, what else did you want to say about that show? Anything else? Did I miss any parts of the show?
I think we kind of nailed it all. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, you know what I'm saying, definitely go back. You know, definitely go check it out. It's definitely worth. It's definitely good TV.
Yeah,
it's definitely good TV.
If you're a Wu fan, you need to be watching it. But I would say also, if you're a Wu fan, you probably already are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're a real Wu fan and you're not even into that. You know what I mean? You're gonna want to see that.
Yeah.
So. Shout out to RZA, man, for putting that together and all the whoever's, you know, behind that other than him. I think it was his brainchild, but, you know, I'm sure there's other people.
I think Method Man's a part of it. Like, he's the executive producer as well.
Okay. Yeah, they doing such a good job with that, man. So, and they going out at the right time. You know, they're going out with a good bang. So, you know. I'm anxious to see what this last episode is going to be like, you know. So, anyway, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up, man. So, that was episode 327. 237.
Dang, you done jumping up a thing. Hey, it's my fault because I went back. 236.
237.
237.
My bad. My brain is so futuristic, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But anyway, you know, excuse me. For Triad Hip Hop Podcast, you know, don't forget one more time: like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? We need funds. Allocated. Because we're going to do our own Wu-Tang saga. You know, it's what we call the Triad Saga. You know what I mean? We're going to take you out through a journey, you know. But anyway, for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this is your man Kurt. And this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.